This is Paul. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Queen of England. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Could you get me your Crimes Act for the last 240 years? Yes. Yes, yes. And then every individual attorney in England? Yeah. hmm Now, it would be a big problem if any monarchy yes, oosh, oosh, had the actual DNA of those royal subjects. Yeah. Yeah. Now, there's a computer that keeps bothering me. Poach. And I would like the Queen and her super top secret attorneys to know that I'm suing them right now. Now, I want my sons. Yeah. I want Marilyn and her kids. Yeah. I want my litigation financing. Yeah. I want to sue my nation. Yeah. And I want to sue your nation and your kingdom. Now, if Elizabeth would tell me where the actual DNA is, yeah, I'd like to know. Third party litigation funding where financial corporations support plaintiffs' lawsuits by advancing money as a non recourse loan is attracting both controversy and capital. Now, I would give you a loan based upon the hourly rate of the attorneys that represent you. And as a percentage of the actual judgment that you receive. I'll pay for everything. And then, the attorney fees and costs. Yes. Are the costs included in the litigation funding or is it just the attorney fees? Yep. Now, I know there's a lot of unanswered questions about this, and of course, we might lose. Yep. And then I would be liable for the attorney fees and costs of the other side. Yes. Now, we're not having to pay them anything when we lose. Are we settling cases unnecessarily so as to diminish the risk to those that fund litigation financing? When it becomes a question of probability of winning the case, let's say things are going 100% our way when we actually motion the court. Yep. And as we do discovery, deposition, pooch, and we look at the evidence, things are 50-50 right before we go to trial. Yep. But when it goes 40-60, 40 being me, the plaintiff, and 60 being them, the defendant. Yep. Are we kind of deciding, well, maybe we're not going to pursue this? Yep. Now, the plaintiff obviously is not paying anything. It's a loan as long as we win. I mean, it's not a loan, but it's a non recourse loan. Right. Of all the 3.1 billion invested and available for legal finance, if the TPF firms, yeah, how many of the actual court cases were decided? Yes, based upon the premise. Yep. Of the probability. Yep. That you would have to pay because it looked like you were going to lose. Now, there could be another form of lawsuit as an individual that provides the venture capital. Yep. You're not willing to take the risk of the actual other side's legal fees and costs in consideration. Yes. When do you get to find out how much it's costing them to defend themselves? Yes. Do you get a monthly report of the amount that they've been spending? Yes. And did you fact check it? Yes. Were they over, guesstimating the actual costs of the legal defense fund? Yeah. Did they ever make it look worse than it is? Which it'd be like one of these unethical strategies of the defendant. Yeah. Well, we've actually spent $1 million already researching this, and we wanted you to have an update on the amount of attorney fees and costs that we're in for. Now, as a plaintiff, you're sure you're going to win. Yeah. I just want to know when I'm suing, when do I get to fight? At what point of the judicial process of the lawsuit does the plaintiff get to know how much the defendant has spent? Yeah. And are you required to receipt everything for that defense? Yeah. And as the plaintiff, it really doesn't matter. Right. The contingent fee, the attorneys realize that Well, if they don't win, yeah, you're not going to pay their side. Yeah. And if they do win, they don't have to tell you. Yes. The only concern would be exactly how much it's going to cost the defendant to defend themselves. Yeah. So when do you get to find at what point of the process of litigation when does the plaintiff get to find out how much the defendant has spent in legal?